It is a matchup of a team still trying to find its way, going up against a squad that has been on the pinnacle of success. It is the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles going up against the Signal HD Spikers. This is our second game in the National Developmental Sports League Volleyball Series. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joel Parcon alongside my partner, Tati Dulce. Tati, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Sir Joel. It's now game 2.
And yes, it is going to be between the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles going up against the Signal HD Spikers. As we take a focus on the Ateneo Blue Eagles, they are coached by Vince Mangolabnan. They finished 7 and 7/5 in the UAAP tournament. And right now, they did lose in their opening day game.
Yes, Ateneo Blue Eagles played yesterday and lost, apparently, 3-0. But honestly, right now, they want to bounce back, as they do. And hopefully, Ateneo gets to bounce back today against the Signal Spikers.
Speaking of the Signal HD Spikers, they have been perennial champions in Spikers turf. And they are here with almost a full lineup. Just sans some players who are not going to be playing, but this is a very strong team.
Yes, a very strong team, these Signal Spikers. A lot of them have been playing outside of the league and obviously have a lot of commercial experience, which means that they'll be able to put some more mature perspective against these Ateneo rookies. Since a lot of them, again, were put in, as we say, from a while ago, like game 1, a lot of them are actually rookies that are put in for this upcoming game.
And to give us more, let's take you over to our courtside reporter, Daniel Laguardia, for a report.
Thank you so much, Joel and Tati. You know, one team is ready to make a bounce back here in this match. And of course, one team is ready to set the tone for their first match. And for the Ateneo men's volleyball team, winning and losing comes with the sport. That is why Coach Vince Mangolabnan has reminded the players the reason why they are here, and that is to learn. Now going to another match with a club-based team, Coach Vince shares that they are very much grateful for the opportunity to go against veterans, you know, from their first to now. Coach Vince has seen improvements from the team, which they hope will manifest on the court. As for the #1 club team in the Philippines, the Signal HD Spikers, Coach Alex said that they have 4 rookies joining the team, mainly Rabet, Andrade, De La Noche, and Maglinaw. With that, they joined this league to get the exposure and build the chemistry within the team to prepare them for their main tournament. With them being the #1 team, it does not stop them from growing and learning, which is why they are very much excited to face Ateneo and all other teams here in NDSL. It's a comeback versus debut match for our second game, which is why here is a game announcer to start the game tonight.
Our match at hand, it's the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles versus the Signal HD Spikers. Introducing our officials for this match. First referee, Jofer Educado, National Referee. Second referee, Joven Racelis, National Referee. And now let us meet the starters. First, from the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles. Middle blocker number 7, Christopher Alejos. Middle blocker number 24, Carl Corregidor. Outside hitter number 18, Paulo Medino. Opposite hitter number 9, Carl Reyes. Setter number 11, Kyle Taluban. And outside hitter number 4, Gian Salarzon. Libero number 2, Manuel Crisostomo. And their head coach, Vince Mangulapnan. And now the starters for the Signal HD Spikers. Outside hitter number 10, Wendell Miguel. Middle blocker number 13, Nas Guaza. Outside hitter number 14, Ruvins Abrot. Middle blocker number 15, Martin Bungawan. Opposite spiker number 17, John Mark Renquillo. Center number 18, Sian Sila. Libero number 16, Lexen Rabbit. And their head coach, Coach Herschel Ramos. This is set number 1.
As we take a look at the Don Benito starters for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, Salarzon and Medino are your outside hitters. Alejo in the middle, Reyes the opposite, and Taluban as a setter. Meanwhile, the libero is going to be Crisostomo.
I'm quite excited for this matchup, especially since we have a UAP team and a commercial team here that are going to go against each other. Showing between the rookies and maturity, here is 13, Guaza.
And you've got the Don Benito starters for Signal HD. The outside hitters are going to be Miguel and Abrot. Middle will be patrolled by Guaza. Ronquillo on the opposite. The setter will be Silang and Rabbit as the libero.
Hopefully, after yesterday's matchup, Ateneo will be able to bounce back from their loss.
Kyle Taluban serving for Ateneo.
And Kyle Taluban with the first service of this match immediately.
Martin Bugawan.
Bugawan getting that drop.
Signal HD Spikers.
Bugawan starting off very strong for Signal.
Here's Ateneo on the attack. It is touch. According to...
There is a touch.
Net touch.
Point for Ateneo.
So point will go to Ateneo.
To serve for the Blue Eagles, number 18,
Paulo Medino.
One of
serving.
our youngest players here also did very well yesterday's match.
And the strong attack goes through the blockers of Ateneo, and Ronquillo the score.
Serving for Signal, Wendell Miguel.
Signal really starting off very strong with their attack points here in this first set.
There is a service
for the
error.
Blue Eagles.
2 points from Ateneo are both from errors from Signal.
Number 7, Christopher Alejos, serving for Blue Eagles.
Well received, but it goes
Ball
over.
goes out. Point for the HD
Corregidor, though,
Spikers.
that return was too strong.
Number 15, Martin Bugawan to serve for the HD Spikers.
Here's the attack for Signal.
JM
Very
Ronquillo.
targeted attack from Ronquillo, finding that space in between the defense.
Ronquillo with that second attack point, seeing that opening from
Serving for the
Ateneo.
HD Spikers, Martin Fugawa.
Ateneo really needs to work on their defensive strategy ever since yesterday's game.
Here's Ronquillo once again, and it's out.
Ball is out. Point for the Blue Eagles.
I will admit Ateneo has to gain their points by attacking, and hopefully they'll be able to do that as they are warming up right now here in set 1.
It's 3 serving 4.
Ball not over. Point for Signal.
Point for Signal as another service error there.
JM Ronquillo serving for Signal.
Ronquillo with a serve. That's too strong.
Ball goes out. Point for Ateneo. On deck to serve, Gian Salarzon.
Salarzon serving for Ateneo. And Signal unable to get it over. So point goes to Ateneo.
Ateneo really needs to work on their offense right now as they move forward in the first match.
Ball not over. Point for Signal.
However, that is a service error there, giving the point to Signal.
Number 14, Province Abron, serving for Signal.
Abrot now serving. Medino gets it over. Here's the attack. Too strong.
Wendell Miguel.
Wendell Miguel for the attack point.
There we go. Signal really going on their offense here against Ateneo, knowing full well that Ateneo's defense is quite shaky right now. But it's all right. They're opening up their formation for the libero, and the libero receives.
That shot by Medina is too strong though. Goes out.
Point for Signal.
Hopefully during this technical, they'll be able to gather themselves to fix their strategy for this next.
We'll take a break for this technical timeout. We'll be back.
You are still watching the NDSL volleyball series in the match between Ateneo Blue Eagles versus Signal HD Spikers. Facing the #1 club team in the Philippines is no easy task. Pressure and nerves come into play. That is why Coach Vince Mangolabnan of the Ateneo Blue Eagles told his players to embrace situations like this, because when do you get a chance to play a top caliber team? As Coach Vince said, no need to hold back and don't think they're veterans dahil pagdating sa loob ng court, pantay-pantay na ang lahat. They may be fresh out of high school, but they have already shown their perseverance to learn and to push themselves, and for that, it's already a small win for Coach Vince. Let's see how the Blue Eagles will rise up to the challenge. Joel and Tati?
Thank you for that report, Daniel Laguardia. And what is your opinion on that? What Coach Vince said, that pagdating sa court, pantay-pantay na ang lahat.
I think really Coach Vince wants to make sure that his players know that no matter what, they need to keep fighting and they need to keep their balance, especially right now, you know, with everything that's going on. This is a very important match for those teams.
To serve for the
And
HD
it is the Signal HD Spikers up 9-6. Attack from the back end, but it was out.
I believe that Ateneo Blue Eagles really just need to learn how to be more consistent on their attacks, but there is a vision that is happening. There's a plan, there's a strategy, and it's all about execution now.
Received. And over in two. Oh, shoulder. Off the shoulder of Keanu. And here's Ateneo. Received by Keanu once again. Rally ongoing.
Very long rally here.
And it will be a violation.
Attack from the back line.
Backline violation here for Ateneo. They really need to be careful, especially if they do backline attacks. It could really mess up the entire momentum of the team.
Serving, Nas
It would have been a good momentum.
Especially
Yeah,
after
for
a
them,
long
after a
rally
long
like
rally,
that,
yeah.
yes.
Quick is saved. They go again. Medino.
Ball is out.
Ball goes
the
out.
HD Spikers.
Point will go to the HD Spikers.
Yes.
The timeout is scrawled on the floor. The score is 12-6 in favor of Signal.
In
We'll be
favor
back.
of the HD.
You're still with us here at the Met Park Sports Center for the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025. The match between Ateneo Blue Eagles and the Signal HD Spikers.
Right now, Ateneo has to find a way to catch up the Signal.
Service ace.
And that is a service ace for Nas Guaza.
Their
Bringing this lead
libero
up to
literally
7.
needs to have a way to figure out how to receive Signal's very experienced strategies and the way that they serve and that they spike. Obviously, age matters in terms of power, and experience matters in terms of power.
Yes, so for this Ateneo team, a very young team.
Antenna touch.
Antenna touch their point. Goes to the Blue Eagles going back. The oldest player on the Ateneo roster will only turn 23 next week.
Wow. Happy almost birthday.
As there's another attack and it goes in
Off the block.
for Signal. That's Martin Bugawan with a score.
Martin Bugawan and Ronquillo are learning how to get their attacks ready against these Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Medino. Nice tip, but it's received. Double contact on Quijano, I believe.
You can really see the difference in experience between these two teams. Especially since the errors on Ateneo's side are more inexperienced than Signal.
Point for Ateneo.
And as you say that, an error comes from Signal.
Second service error for Signal.
To serve for Ateneo.
And here is now Paulo Medino serving for the Blue Eagles.
Ball not over.
Low. And we go into our second technical timeout. Score is 16-8 in favor of Signal HD. We'll be back.
In favor.
Signal HD Spikers, 9-time champion in Spikers turf. They were the champion in the recent 2025 Open tournament of Spikers turf. And they're here to test a lot of their younger players.
Yes, this outside Liga team plus this UAAP team with these new rookies. Most of them born 2006 below, actually.
And that serve is long.
Third service error for Signal. But honestly, Signals have less errors than Ateneo.
Serving for the Blue Eagles.
Here's Signal on the attack from behind.
That was actually a really good backline attack. You couldn't tell from the setter whether or not they were going to go front, especially since the other spikers in the front line were faking. So it hit the backline attack from Ateneo.
Here's Corregidor. Got it through the block.
For the Blue Eagles.
And found a spot in the middle of the backline defenders.
Carl Reyes out. Number 21 in.
Substitutions from Ateneo to find a way to catch up the Signal down by 7 points.
Gian Bahia serving for Ateneo.
You see Ateneo's bench trying to like hype their players up.
That receive was long.
Double contact. Violation. Point for Signal.
Fortunately for them, there was a double contact.
Substitution for the HD Spikers.
Yes, because we see Ateneo a little bit panicky over there when Signal got it over.
Number 9 in, number 18 out.
Okay, some substitutions happening for Signal. Might change the strategy a little bit.
Serving for the HD Spikers.
EJ Casanya. Ball is received. Corregidor. His attack is
It's
blocked.
kill block from Nas Guaza.
Nas Guaza with a kill block.
Timeout called by Ateneo.
As Ateneo calls the timeout, the score is 19 to 10. 9-point lead for Signal. We'll be back. And the Signal HD Spikers enjoying a 9-point lead after that terrific block by Nas Guaza.
Set number 1 with EJ Casanya serving for the HD Spikers.
EJ Casanya serving once again for Signal. Salarzon.
Gian
His
Salazar.
attack strong enough to get that point.
Serving for Ateneo, Gian Salazar.
And Salarzon will serve now. And he was unable to receive that attack from Signal.
Salarzon really looking like he was a
Serving for
bit
Signal.
disappointed over there.
Coming from the opposite side. And good block by the Ateneo defense.
Triple block from Batak.
Let's take another look at that.
All right, they're
Yes.
warming up Ateneo.
They sent 3 guys
Substitution. Number 16 in, number 24 out.
to make sure that they put up a wall against that attack.
Almagro serving for the Blue Eagles.
I think Ateneo is going for a more defensive approach, knowing that Signal is very offensive with their strategy right now.
Ball is out.
But they will need
Point for
to
Signal.
make their serves. As that, I believe that was
Substitution,
Almagro.
24 in, 16 out. Serving for Signal, Nasguaza.
Nasguaza back on serve. Good defense by Bugawan, sending that ball
Official
back
score,
to
22-12
Ateneo's
in
side.
favor of Signal.
Bugawan showing right now that he's not just for offense, he's also for his block points.
Guaza with another strong serve. And another good
And that's a point
block
for Signal.
kill.
Another good
Kill
block.
block, that is, yeah, for Martin Bugawan.
Bugawan really showing that he is a very well-rounded player right now.
Number 13, Nasguaza serving for the HD Spikers.
Guaza still keeping his serves consistent.
Medino. Ateneo able to salvage that, but they give it right back to Signal.
Ruvinsa Bro off the block.
Off the block. Brot will score.
Here we go, Guaza still with his service.
Set point for Signal HD Spikers.
Currently leading by half. Miscommunication from Ateneo.
Timing was off there. And that is it.
Miguel.
Miguel ends the set.
Takes set number
The
1.
score 25-12.
Signal's
the first set.
offense was very different compared to Ateneo's. As you can see from the highlights, we can tell that Signal had more experience and had the upper hand in terms of offense and knew exactly how to deal with Ateneo's faults in this first set.
And the first set score 25-12, brought to you by Black Mamba Energy Drink. We'll be back for the second set. This is the National Developmental Sports League Volleyball Series. The score after that first set, 25-12, getting that set for Signal HD. As we are just about to take a look at some highlights from that first set. Signal showing why they are the top club here in the Philippines. Doing it both on offense and on defense. Nasguaza having a little bit something to say. But Ateneo still had their opportunities.
Yes, Ateneo needs to learn how to keep their morale up, especially after a very 13-point lead by Signal TV.
So it will be important. We discussed it a bit during that first game, that morale and momentum, those are very important aspects
Yes.
in volleyball.
And Signal really kept their own momentum going. And it was very hard for Ateneo to bounce back as Signal kept pulling away from set 1. But we can see that Ateneo hasn't seemed to be giving up. So we're gonna keep on going, and we're going to see how set 2 is going to go. Hopefully that even though with the loss from yesterday and set 1 not going very well, hopefully that set 2 they'll be able to bounce back and continue to adjust to their errors, and hopefully coach has something good to say. Ateneo now in a very strong huddle.
They did perform several errors in that, commit several errors in that first set. Hopefully they control that here for the second set. Meanwhile, let's turn you over to Daniel LaGuardia for an interview.
Thank you so much, Joel and Tati. I have here assistant coach Tom Ramos from the Signal HD Spikers. So Coach Tom, you had this 13-point lead. The team was very much energetic and aggressive. Where did that energy come from?
Of course, it's all about system. Yun lang yung ina-apply talaga natin, and we're glad na maganda yung nangyayari. And hopefully, magtuloy-tuloy pa sa second set and third set.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Coach. We hope to see more of this in the next few sets. Thank you. It's back to you, Joel and Tati.
And thank you for that, Daniel LaGuardia and Coach Tom Ramos. It's all about the system, and they're testing out their system, especially with some newer players inserted into the game. This is a good opportunity for Signal to test it out before they start their campaign in the different tournaments that they're going to join.
Hopefully this also gives Ateneo a way to like warm up before this incoming UAAP season, and showing not just their debut, but showing that they can in fact do better than last time.
Speaking of doing better,
Great start by Ateneo with that drop ball, finding that center opening.
that's Taluban getting the score. Faked out everyone.
Nobody really saw that coming. I bet even Signal was surprised. All of them just kind of stared at the ball. And you know what? That's a fair shot to Ateneo, knowing full well that that zone is always open.
So we'll see if they can
Signal's
take more
libero
advantage.
adjusting now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Strong attack from Ruvins Abrot, getting the point for Signal.
Signal really not changing their offensive strategy, knowing full well that it is working. Trying to find holes in Ateneo's defense. Ateneo lined up.
Here they are once again, and they will get that point. Reyes scoring.
Ateneo coming back with attacks now. That huddle and that first set timeout really must have done something, and they really must have talked to each other. It's what I was talking about morale and keeping their hopes high.
Atendido on the serve. Guaza, that will be in.
Point for the HD Spikers.
Guaza again, now going to serve. Hopefully he can still keep his serves consistent. He's a very consistent server
He had
since
a
the
lot of
beginning
really
the
good
game.
serves in the first set.
Yes.
Spent a lot of time in the service area.
But you know what? That says a lot about his character, and unfortunately got the service error. I spoke too soon, everybody.
Is there such a thing as a broadcaster's curse in volleyball?
You know what?
Carl Corregidor serving for Ateneo.
Because we talk about it a lot in basketball. Whenever we praise a player, all of a sudden they commit an error.
That was a very lucky shot by Ateneo. They even look surprised. Look at them. That misreceive ended up gaining a point on the line. Let's look at the replay.
Good attack there.
Carl
I
Corregidor
thought it was
serving.
already going out,
But it
but it
actually
still
went
went
in,
in.
yes.
Gian Salarzon.
Salarzon getting another point for Ateneo.
Official score 5-2 in favor of Ateneo. Now serving Carl Corregidor.
Ateneo still leading though.
Corregidor.
Ball
And
is
just
out.
as we were
Point
praising
for
them,
Signal.
I really should just like not say anything anymore, apparently.
JM
That lead is
Roquillo
down to
serving
2.
for Signal.
The receive was too strong.
Martin
And
Bugawan.
dunked right back in by Martin Bugawan.
Bugawan aiming right for the center as Ateneo did in the first point of the second set.
To serve for Signal, JM Roquillo.
JM Ronquillo serving once again. Here's the attack. Abroad, no good. They just have to get it back over. Oh, nice block by Alejos.
Alejos, Ateneo celebrating from that point. They're quite enthusiastic. Look at this
Serving for
replay.
Ateneo, Carl Reyes.
What a block.
Just had enough space in
And they
between those
really
arms.
read that. They knew where it was going.
Ball not over. Point for
And
the
another
HD
service
Spikers.
Ateneo really can't afford these service errors right now, especially after set one's loss.
Serving for
They
Signal.
really need to learn how to be more consistent if they want to keep themselves in the game.
Ball received. Block there. And another good
Christopher Alejos.
attack by Alejos.
Again, Signal seems to be falling for that attack by Ateneo right in the center. Somebody needs to make sure that they guard that side. As they say, Zone 6 is the hardest, the one that's right in the middle between Zone 6 and Zone 2.
And
Ball
that
not over. Point for
serve
the
by
HD
Salarzon
Spikers.
doesn't go through.
So Larzon, the captain who really needs to keep his team energized
Martin
and to
Bugawan,
keep
serving
their
for the
morale
HD
high so that the
Spikers.
momentum of Signal won't be taken.
Received there by Salarzon. Here's the attack. From the back line. Good defense there by the libero.
Wendell Miguel.
Block touch
Block
by
touch there.
Ateneo. Could have been a very good block.
Serving for Signal, Martin Bugawan.
But unfortunately, when you look there, the blocks were open, which is, you know, as they say, they are rookies after all.
Oh.
Service ace.
Poor receiver causing that service ace and leading us to
Official
our first
score,
technical timeout.
8-7 in
Score is 8 to
favor
7 in favor of
HD
Signal. We'll be back.
Spikers.
Signal HD up 8 to 7. This is a tighter set compared to the first one. Take another look at that service ace by
We return to
Martin
set
Bugawan.
2 with Martin Bugawan serving for Signal.
Hopefully, Ateneo adjusts their defense to Signal TV's offense. As we all know, Signal has been very offensive since set 1.
And that serve received better. And violation
Net touch.
called by
Point
our
for
first
Ateneo.
referee. Point will go to Ateneo. Net touch there.
Christopher Alejos serving for Ateneo.
Alejos on the serve. Taluban setting it up. That hit was a little off
Kill block.
and kill block by Nas Guaza.
Serving for the HD Spikers, EJ Casana.
Casana will serve. Taluban wanted to drop. Second try at it.
Ateneo attempting
Double contact.
a
Point for Signal.
attack there to try and rebound from Signal's offense. Ateneo really needs to learn how to keep their cool, especially in situations like that. Until the ball is down, they shouldn't learn how to give up.
Service ace.
And that is a service ace.
Timeout.
As the timeout is called on the floor, the score is 11-8. Signal starting to pull away. We'll be back. Signal HD currently enjoying a 3-point lead.
Back to the ball.
11-8 as we take another look at that last play. The receive was
EJ
wild.
Casana serving for the HD Spikers.
The joust in the middle. One
Point for Ateneo.
by Taluban that time.
All right, Ateneo really trying to find a comeback, making sure that Signal TV doesn't pull away this time.
Kyle Taluban serving for the Blue Eagles.
And Kyle Taluban now serving. Strong attack is received.
Double contact, I believe.
Double contact violation. Point for Signal.
That will be an error on Taluban.
Taluban really needs to make sure these double
When the
contact
begins,
errors do
serving
not
for
happen.
Signal.
And Ateneo needs to keep their cool even though that Signal pulls away.
Good dig by the libero. And the block goes
Ball
out.
is out. Point for Signal.
Ateneo really trying to find their footing here in the second set. But the inconsistencies as they build up will keep them from winning.
Here they come. That was received, but it was too strong. It goes out.
Point for the Blue
Good
Eagles.
set from Taluban as he almost touched the net, but he didn't. So that was a good jump set for him, especially when he found his spiker immediately to get that point.
Luis Atendido serving for Ateneo.
Atendido now serving. Good strong serve there. And once again, that's Abrot with the kill.
Attack point for Signal.
Signal really getting their attack points. The offensive strategy really has not changed throughout this entire game.
Nasquaza
Nasquaza serving for Signal.
serving for Signal. They're up by 4. Here's the set by Taluban. Good attack.
Carl Corregidor.
There we go.
Corregidor
This is
finishing
Ateneo
that.
finding their footing. Hopefully this means that they'll be able to catch up against Signal.
Substitution number 2.
All right,
Alfred
Signal
Valverde
getting a new player to come in.
Carl Corregidor serving for Ateneo.
Corregidor will now serve. And that's Bukawan with a strong attack.
Bugawan's attack points this entire game have been very on point with barely if there are any errors.
J.M. Ronquillo to serve for the
Ronquillo
HD
as well.
Spikers.
Very consistent spikers.
And Here's Ronquillo on the serve. Violation is
Stepped on the line.
Oh,
Point for Ateneo.
Ronquillo stepped on the line.
Substitution.
It's one of the harder parts about doing a jump serve or a running serve. The line is your worst enemy.
Number 9 in.
Ateneo
Number 5 out for
with a
Signal.
lot of substitutions this point. Hopefully to change their
Number
strategy.
10,
Maybe.
Bahia in. Number 9 out. Number 21, Batak in.
Usually in these situations, there comes in a new setter and a new spiker, both of which will have their own type of play ready at hand. Hopefully that'll drive Signal to be more confused on how Ateneo is going to play.
As Bahia serves. And good block by the captain.
Point for Ateneo.
Salarzon.
Ateneo really not allowing Signal to pull away this
Ian
time,
Bahia serving for
which
the Blue
is
Eagles.
what we were expecting in this upcoming set.
Another good block there. The defense of Ateneo tightening up. And that is on the line.
On the line by Ateneo. Look at those triple blocks. The blockers were working in absolute harmony. If you watch this replay, look at that triple block. All of them were waiting for that ball to come.
And all three of them also pointed at the floor. We will have a timeout by Signal HD. We'll be back. Ateneo keeping in step with Signal here in the second set. They're just down by 1.
We resume set number 2 with
And they have the
Bahia
service.
serving for Ateneo.
Bahia still serving. From the back line. Still alive. And Bugawan. That ball was out as Ateneo has come back into this game.
We're now tied at 15. Hopefully that means that they'll be able to pull away now, Ateneo, with their new set of players and their new type of strategy that is going on.
And I believe that is, yes, I saw that. Bahia stepped on the line as we head to our second technical timeout with Signal HD up by 1, 16 to 15. Signal HD, the top-ranked club here in the Philippines, finding themselves in a dogfight with the Ateneo Blue Eagles. They're up by only a point. Serving is Alfred Valbuena.
Alfred Valbuena serving for Signal.
Bahia with a set. That attack was a little too low.
Ball is
Didn't even
out.
get over.
Point for Signal.
All right, we're back to a 2-point lead from Signal. Ateneo again needs to be more consistent. They've been very inconsistent when it comes to like pulling away and making sure that they don't receive any errors. Although I will admit that slowly but surely they are getting way better than the first set.
That's true. Here's the attack by Signal. The block goes
Off
out,
the block. Point for Signal.
and that will be a point for Signal.
Serving for the HD Spikers, Alfred
Alright,
Van
Signal now at 18.
NDSL off the block.
And off the block,
Point for Ateneo.
my partner was able to block.
Yes.
Gian
First,
ball going
I
out of
set the
bounds.
ball back, and now I spike the ball back. What more?
And defense is there. Alejos with a block, with a kill block. Let's take another look at what happened.
Alright, Ateneo are really doing well with their blocks though. It's been pretty consistent in terms of blocking. I just hope that they continue to be more consistent in other aspects of the game.
14 in, number 2 out for Signal.
Alright, Signal changing the rotation over here. Hopefully this helps their defense as well against Ateneo as Ateneo regains their footing onto this second set.
Ball is out. Point for the HD Spikers.
Ateneo really cannot afford these kinds of errors moving on into this game as the set is about to end.
Bugawan with a serve. Oh, that set was a little off.
It was almost double contact.
And
It,
Batak couldn't keep it in.
yes, it couldn't go over the antenna, therefore it was out.
Substitution. Number 9, Veas in. Number 10, Bahia out. Number 11, Luban in. Number 21, Bata
So
out.
Taluban and Reyes check back into
To
the
serve
game.
for the HD Spikers, Martin Bugawa.
Martin Bugawan once again serving. And
Lebris Atendido.
Atendido off the block.
Off the block.
Substitution. Number 16, Almagro in. Number 7 out.
And he was really happy after making
Serving
that,
for Ateneo.
getting
Yes.
that point was Lebris.
The entire Ateneo bench is actually standing up right now, hopefully to keep the morale of their teammates up.
That was a block.
I think you really see the difference in age and experience in this
Substitution.
game.
Number 17 in. Number 18 out.
All right, substitutions for both Ateneo and Signal. Hopefully this means that they'll be able to both change the way that they're going to play.
De La
To
Noche.
serve for Signal, Gira de la
Serving.
Noche.
That's in
Carl Corregidor.
for Corregidor.
Point for Ateneo. Substitution number 5 in, number 9 out.
And Coach Vince giving some instructions.
Mael Taluban serving for Ateneo.
Taluban on the serve. And
Ruvin Sabrot.
Abrot able to squeeze that ball through the defense.
Official score 21.
Ateneo with their offensive defensive libero strategy that switches out. But hopefully both liberos learn how to make sure to keep the defense consistent as Signal really goes back on their depending on their attacks.
Strong attack there from Salarzon.
Signal's coach turned around, wanting his player to get that ball Let's look at that replay.
Tried to get out of the way.
Unfortunately, a bit too late.
So just like our first game, the second set of the second game is tight.
Very tight.
Abroad with a strong attack.
What I am loving right now about Signal is that their attacks are very diverse. It's not just one spiker, but multiple spikers finding different types of attacks to get their say in this game.
And we're looking for the utility staff because we need to get something wiped up. But this is to ensure that the players are safe. Here, taking a look at Coach Vince Mangalabnan of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, former setter of the NU Bulldogs. Nasguaza with a serve, another strong serve. Here come the HD Spikers, off on the timing for that attack there. Good block. Kill block by Martin Bugawan. Brings them 1 point away from getting this second set.
Signal has been very calm this entire game. They don't even seem quite phased.
That goes to show you that is the experience that they have.
It comes with age, as they say.
But
Ateneo not ready to let it go. There goes Reyes with that very good attack point. Hopefully that means Ateneo can get their momentum back. This is nerve-wracking. It's always that nerve-wracking experience when you're at set point and you're serving.
oh, back-to-back attacks from Signal.
Nice save by Ateneo. Net touch by
Net
Signal.
touch.
Ateneo celebrating there, even their bench. Knowing every
As a
point
timeout is
matters.
called.
Our official score is 24.
Score is 24 to 22 in favor of the Signal HD Spikers. We'll be back. Ateneo, they are just down by 2 right now, but on the brink of losing the second set. Score is 24 to 22. Can the Signal HD Spikers close it out?
Here we are at set point. Ateneo with the serve.
And that's in. Martin Bugawan finishes the second set just as he did the first set. Signal HD Spikers win the second set. They're now up 2-0. Ateneo had a stronger showing here in the second set, but
Yes.
still in the end, Signal got away with it.
Hopefully Ateneo can find their footing here in this third set.
And so the score for the second set brought to you by Black Mamba Energy Drink is 25-22. We've got the third set coming up. We'll be back.
and you're still watching the NDSL Volleyball Series, the match between Ateneo and the Signal HD Spikers. I have here assistant coach Tommy Rivera of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. So Coach Tommy, during the first set, it was a bit stagnant for you and your team, and they became explosive in the second half. What changed in this match?
I think the players got reminded lang na they had to get rid of their jitters kasi syempre they're new competing against a professional team. Pero we are just reminded that they have what it takes talaga. As long as they follow the patterns, the defense patterns and block patterns. Kaya kita naman na kaya rin sumabay talaga as long as they stick to it.
Well, let's see how the rest of the match will go. Best of luck for you and your team. Let's go to you, Joel and Tati.
And thank you for that interview, Daniel. So, first set jitters, right? That's why the second set was a little closer.
Yes.
For Ateneo, better performance for them.
Hopefully, Ateneo can adjust as Coach said. Hopefully that they'll be able to shake it off this time and keep moving forward. As you know, it isn't over until it's over.
Just get ready for the third set. Quijano stepping back onto the court for Corregidor. It will be the service
We
of
start
Ateneo.
set number 3 with a serve from Kyle Taluban for Ateneo.
Kyle Taluban. Free ball for a Signal, but their attack wasn't too strong. Oh, that is long.
Ball is out.
That was very long. Ateneo really needs to pull themselves together, especially here on the third set. They need to learn how to start off strong.
Serving for Signal.
Over
Good.
receive.
Yeah. Atendido's attack was blocked.
Block point for Signal.
Signal has actually been, blocking way better than back in the first set. But Ateneo's points have been better. Their attacks have been better in the second set.
And
Nice save on that set.
a good block.
You know what? At least Ateneo's blocks are consistent.
Block point for the Blue Eagles.
Although blocks can only take you so far, you still need to execute your offensive strategy.
Lebris Atendido serving for the Blue
Luis
Eagles.
Atendido getting ready to serve. Oh,
Ball not over.
that's a service error.
Point for the HD Spikers.
So serving for
Serving
Signal
for Signal. Wendell
is
Miguel.
Wendell Miguel.
Nice
Miguel
save
with
by
receive.
Ateneo.
The block is there for Ateneo. Another chance. Here's Taluban setting it up. Rally still ongoing.
Vince Magnino off the block.
And that is off the block. By Vince Maglino.
Wendell Miguel to serve for Signal.
Maglino, another well-loved name here in the men's volleyball community.
Medino, his attack was blocked,
That's a
but
point for Ateneo.
Medino, a rookie, showing that age does not matter. He's actually been doing very well. It's all about consistency in his attacks.
Christopher Alejos serving
they
for Ateneo.
are down by 2 right now. Alejos on the serve. That will be out.
Ball is out. Point for the Blue Eagles.
Getting the Blue Eagles to within 1.
Christopher Anel serving for the Blue Eagles.
Oh, service ace by Alejos.
There we go, Ateneo finding their footing. We are now tied at 4-all. Hopefully this time in set 3, they'll be able to keep their consistency. Very safe serve.
And that is in
Casey Andrade.
for Andrade.
Attack point for
One of the
Signal.
scary things about doing safe serves, you know, and wanting to get it in if that's your goal, it gives the opponent an opportunity to be able to get a real attack point in there.
Ball not over. Point for Ateneo.
Well, Andrade, after that good attack, gives the ball right back with a
Number 9, Carl
service
Anderson
error.
Reyes serving for the Blue Eagles.
which only goes to show that you can't be too careful.
You really can't be.
Wendell Miguel.
Wendell Miguel with another score there for Signal.
Serving for Signal.
That was De La Noche with a serve. Atendido. Oh, that was a chance ball, but they couldn't get to it in time.
I was a bit worried over there, but they are okay.
Serving
Everything
for
is
the
fine.
HD Spikers.
Alright, a bit of a wait here as we clean the court to avoid any sort of injury. Alright, Ateneo, their team finding a huddle to like hype themselves up and see what the next step is moving forward before our first technical timeout.
De La Noche serving.
Serving for the HD Spikers, J-Rack de la Noche.
Here are the Blue Eagles. That is long.
Ball is out. Point for
And
Signal.
so that takes us to our first technical timeout. Score is 8-5. We'll be back. And the Ateneo Blue Eagles, they settled down a little better in the second set, but here in the third set, you mentioned it,
J-Rack de la Noche
Tati,
serving for the
they're
HD
gigil.
Spikers.
Right? They
Yes.
want that big push.
But right now, what they need to do is actually stay calm, stay collected. There we go, we have Medino. Again, all we need from Ateneo is some sort of consistency.
And Medino got it
Paulo Medino,
over
serve
the
for
block.
Ateneo.
And the drop
Ian Sila, 1-2
by
play.
Sila with a 1-2 play there.
Vince Medina serving for Signal.
So Signal stuffing that attempt at gaining momentum from Ateneo. But that is a service error for Maglinaw.
We see Ateneo celebrating, but they really shouldn't depend on Signal's errors right now, and they should be learning how to attack on their own
Serving
will.
for the Blue Eagles.
Bugawan's attack wasn't there. Alejos with a save. Also saving us. Rally still ongoing. And that is in from De La Noche.
Yes, I like how Ateneo tried to avoid it, thinking that it was out, but it was actually on the line.
Martin Bugawan serving for Signal.
Bugawan now serving.
Bugawan really doing well this game with a lot of attack points, a lot of blocks. Very little errors on his end.
Atendido's attack is blocked, but it goes out.
To Ateneo.
So point will go to Ateneo.
Right, hopefully with Ateneo's
To serve for
morale, they can
Ateneo.
also keep their
Kyle Taluba.
momentum.
De La Noche once
Nice
again.
save
Good
from...
save by Quijano. Here's Atendido. That is long.
It's one of the sad things about being libero is that it doesn't matter if you dive for the ball, if your setter or spiker does not execute.
Take another look at that. That was a great
Look at
dig.
that
Quijano.
beautiful dive
Spikers.
by Quijano.
And service error there.
Quijano, their offensive libero, defensive libero.
What would be the difference between an offensive libero and a defensive libero?
Usually, if you saw a while ago, the liberos were switching out, but now I think they're sticking to Quijano. But when the opposite team is serving, whoever the libero is the defensive libero. But if it's their team that's serving, if it's Ateneo that's serving, whoever's libero there is the offensive libero. I guess they didn't do that strategy this game and stuck with the libero that they thought was more consistent.
Wendell Miguel serving for the HD Spikers.
It's now 12 serving 9. Quick goes for Alejos.
Christopher Alejos.
As Corregidor goes back in after the rotation.
Christopher Alejos serving for the Blue Eagles.
Hopefully the Blue Eagles don't let Signal get away.
De La Noche, his attack too strong for Atendido's receive.
De La Noche really flew there. He was above the ball.
Casey Andrade serving for the HD Spikers.
Andrade serving. Get it to the other side, and that's a good block
Carl Corregidor.
by Corregidor. Let's take another look at that.
To serve for Ateneo, it's Carl Emerson Reyes.
All right, Medino looks like he's talking to his teammates to keep them hyped up for this next point. Make sure that Signal does not pull away. They now have the upper hand as they are serving.
Strong serve.
A bit of hesitation there.
And that will be
Backline violation.
a backline
Point for
violation.
Ateneo really cannot afford these kinds of errors.
To serve for Signal,
De La Noche back at service. Oh, good block from Signal. That's Martin Bugawan once again.
Serving for
De
Signal.
La Noche once again back. Serving.
Service ace.
Service ace for De La Noche, which brings us to our second technical timeout. We'll be back.
In favor.
Signal HD Spikers with a 5-point advantage. De La Noche with a service ace. And he has had a lot of good serves here in this throughout this match.
Serving for Signal. J-Rock De La Noche.
Another strong serve. Receive goes back to Signal from the back line. Wendell Miguel with an attack point.
Quijano thought that that was going to go out. Usually the rule is if it goes over your shoulder, it's most likely out, which I believe Quijano thought. But sometimes to keep it safe, liberos should still defend. Okay, now that one was actually outside. That wasn't above the shoulder, that was above the head.
So that lead goes back down to 5.
Number 9 out, number 5 Casania
Substitutions coming in for Signal.
Let's see if Medina will be able to keep his service consistent and maybe gain a few aces for the team to gain their momentum.
Serving for the Blue Eagles.
Oh,
Double contact.
double contact there.
Double contact. Point for the Blue Eagles. To serve for Ateneo, Paulo Medina.
Medina once again. Here's Atendido. That's
Ball is
wide.
out. Point goes to Signal.
All right, Signal hopefully
To serve for
with
the HD Spikers.
a bit of a game plan here just in case Ateneo tries to catch up. But they're keeping their cool, honestly. They've been calm this entire game.
Yeah. Maglinaw. Service error on his part.
Signal has been wrapping up a lot of service errors this set.
Yeah. Total of 7 errors for the set.
There is a
Substitution.
substitution
Number
from
24
Ateneo.
out, number 16, Almagro in.
Almagro checks in for Corregidor.
Hopefully this is
Serving
for
for the Blue
service
Eagles,
or defense.
Andre John Almagro.
Here's Signal on the attack. Good block, but good defense as well. Good receive as Martin Bugawan sends it in.
Ateneo did a mistake by turning around from the net instead of waiting for Signal to bounce back first before assuming.
Number 10 out, number 2 in.
And they turned around, and now they're back.
24 in, number 16 out.
Martin Bugawan stamping his class on this game right now.
To serve for the HD Spikers, Martin Bugawan.
And that is
From the
long
back line.
for Medino,
Ball touch.
but it was touched. So
Point
Medino
for
will score.
Ateneo.
Good for Medino from that backline attack.
Kyle Taluban serving for the Blue Eagles.
Taluban will serve.
Vince Maglino off the block.
Maglinaw off the block. Gets another point.
Number 17,
For Signal.
serving for the HD Spikers.
Ronquillo really wrapped up a lot of points to this game.
Taluban back to Medino. That's out.
Net touch.
So there was a net touch.
Point for the Blue Eagles.
Point goes to the Blue Eagles.
Lepris Atendido serving for Ateneo.
All right, Ateneo only with down by 4 points. Hopefully they'll be able to catch up here in the third set. As Signal tries to wrap it up. Miscommunication.
And good attack
Reyes.
from Reyes.
There we go. We're getting a bit of momentum back from Ateneo. Hopefully the Blue Eagles will be able to catch up now. Let's just keep their service consistent for the next few
Atendido
points.
serving. And that's in
Alfred Valbuena.
for Valbuena.
Signal shutting down the momentum of Ateneo before they can get too close.
And Signal 4 points
Number 2,
away from
Alfred
closing out
Valbuena
this
serving
match.
for the HD Spikers.
And Valbuena will serve. It's received by Atendido. Medino.
Casey Andrade.
His attack was blocked. And it goes, it went off of his shoulder.
Alfred Valbuena. Ball not over. Point
That's a
to the
service
Blue
error.
Eagles.
Signal really needs to work on their service as we keep going here in this third game. Hopefully in their next match they'll be able to fix. If not, Ateneo catches up.
That's long
Ball is
for
out.
Alejos.
Point goes to Signal.
Alright, we see Medino trying to tell his
Casey
teammates
Andrade
that it
to
is
serve for
okay
Signal.
and that they can do it.
And it is thrown right back by Vince Maglinaw.
We are now in match point.
Casey Andrade serving for Signal.
Andrade will serve. Medino. And that point will go to Ateneo.
Point to Ateneo.
Interesting. We're seeing a bit of a clutch here maybe. There we go.
21 in, number 11.
coach trying something new. Most likely in this scenario, he just subbed in one of the defense specialists. Beautiful float serve.
Coming right back, and that is the match. Vince Magdaleno making it clear. The Signal HD Spikers winning the third set and the match in straight sets, 3-0.
It's unfortunate for Ateneo for 2 straight losses now, but at least we can see that they must have learned something from this game. And going against a very good team with very experienced players must have been an experience for them as well.
Of course, that is one of the objectives of this Ateneo squad and joining our NDSL. It's an opportunity for them to learn. I mean, there's nothing like competing against the top team, the top club in the Philippines.
It's for them as well to prepare for the incoming leagues. As we said, most of them are rookies, so that would mean that this is one of their first times, one of their first debuts into the volleyball world.
Exactly. So the third set score brought to you by Black Mamba Energy Drink. Signal HD winning 25-19. As we take a look at some highlights from set number 3. After that more competitive second set, Ateneo still had a bit more energy here in the third set, but it was just too much firepower from the Signal HD coming from the likes of Bugawan, and you've also got Maglinaw showing the way for the HD Spikers. Ateneo did have their points as well, with Medino scoring. But in the end, Vince Maglinaw making it clear that Signal HD is here to win. And we see that the AFP team is already getting ready to warm up.
Yes. We'll be excited for this upcoming game. And right now we have AFP. You know, some of them were actually my coaches.
Oh!
I am super excited to watch them in this upcoming game 3. Now we're going to go to women's instead of men's. And women's is a whole different ball game.
Exactly. But before that, let's turn you over to our courtside reporter, Daniel LaGuardia, who is with our Don Benito's super spiker. That is Martin Bugawan.
Thank you so much, Joel and Tati. Yes, I have here our best player of the game, Martin Bugawan. So Martin, you've won 3 straight sets. And of course, during the second set, it was a bit rough for you and your team. So how did you maintain that type of composure up until the end?
Bumalik lang po kami sa sistema namin. Kumbaga, kung ano yung ginagawa namin sa training, yun lang din po yung nilabas namin during the second set. And yes, nung third set, medyo bumalik ulit kami kaya nakuha namin straight set.
Of course, this is only your first match. What can we expect from you, in your upcoming matches here in NDSL?
Siguro mas makikita nyo pa akong mas maging focus, and kapag dikdikan yung laban, mas maganda talaga yung igagalawin.
Well, we really can't wait to see that. But of course, you have a lot of supporters watching you right now. Meron ka bang gustong batiin or pasalamatan?
Yes po. Binabati ko po yung family ko sa Pangasinan, and sa mother ko dyan sa New Jersey, and yung family ko dito sa Philippines, kay Kuya JP, kay Ate Judy, and sa girlfriend ko pa, kay Monique. Yes.
Thank you so much once again. Congratulations and best of luck in your next matches. For now, let's get back to you, Joel and Tati.
And congratulations to Martin Bugawan, our Spalding standout spiker, for bringing the win for the Signal HD Spikers. Up next, we've got AFP going up against DHTSI. It will be the women's division to round out our 3-game slate for today. On behalf of my partner, Tati Dulce, and our courtside reporter, Daniel Aguardia, this has been Joel Parcon. This is the National Developmental Sports League Volleyball Series 2025. See you in the next game.